Now, quick quick thing before I take over questions. Quick thing is like when you're dealing with this, you need to understand what's important for the kids. Okay. What's important for the kids is that you develop an emotionally safe environment for them to be able to process and to be able to grow in their feelings, in their emotions, and the guilt and the shame and the things that happen in the relationship. They need to learn how to be able to process that. They need to learn how to be able to work through that, how to be able to go through it. They're not going to get that from the other side. Like the narcissist isn't going to give this emotional support to them on the other side. That's one of the biggest things that can help you in the progression of you working on your kids. You also need to understand the same illustration that happens when you go on an airplane. They say, hey, put your mask on first. Put your mask on first and then help the person beside you. You can't help your kids if you're not whole. Like if you're not healed, if you're not working on your stuff. What it really needs to be is you investing into you, and the overflow of your growth ends up helping your kids, ends up helping be that beacon of light for the kids to help them grow, develop, and change and become the person they're trying to be. Okay. All right. Do you think the entire world has now become narcissistic? Not the entire world, decent amount of it, but not the entire world. So I'm just kind of joking with that. But I do think there's a lot more narcissists out there than what people want to acknowledge, than what people to believe. My ex will say, "Oh, hello," during FaceTime. No, they'll be like, "Hi." My ex badmouth to call my sis, had to hang up. Yeah, a lot of times they're going to do different things to like trigger you. I just hope my kids don't have emotional issues from interacting with them. There's a possibility that this is going to happen. But there's also a possibility of like you can't get them 100% away because maybe your custody or whatever it might be. So then it's like, how do you devote your time to them when they're with you so that you can help that emotion side? Okay. My spouse is borderline personality. She's completely unreasonable about her divorce. She keeps saying the kids are suffering. The kids, when they're with me, seem great. I have a second phone to turn on for 15 minutes a day, then it's off. So you know, okay, that's a good idea. Being able to do that to be able to help with the communication piece. Do you think leaders are narcissistic? I think a lot of leaders are narcissistic. Sometimes there's a crossover really quick of like someone being grandiose versus someone being confident. There's difference. Cocky versus confident. There's a bunch of different pieces to it. Luckily, I have full custody, so I have freedom to make clear rules for organization. That's awesome. I had to reinforce the rules at least twice a month, which are around 9 and 12 other times she's a month. That's awesome. Like when you're able to actually enforce those, like keep really consistent. Oh, there's nothing I forgot to tell you guys. The copy paste method. I don't know if you guys know about this at all, but basically, if you have a communication or a parenting agreement already in place of custody, of visitation back and forth, if you already have one of those, anytime the narcissist is trying to do something different, like he texts you or emails you and he's like, oh, like, can we do this different? Can I switch this or whatever? And you start to notice this pattern. You're like, I don't want to go down that road. Literally take a picture or take a screenshot or just copy and paste what is actually there inside the agreement and send it to them. Okay, like copy paste. What we're doing is we're just training a person like piece by piece of like, well, I want to do this different. Oh, here's the agreement. Oh, but I want to do this different. Here's the agreement. Oh, I want to do this different. Oh, here's the agreement. Super frustrating for a narcissist. Like he's gonna get pissed off. But the whole aspect is you're slowly conditioning and training a toxic person to understand, hey, no matter what you do, you're gonna get the same response. The problem of sometimes why a narcissist sticks around for so long is they keep getting different responses from you. Like it keeps looking and functioning different. And so as a result, it's like, why not? Think of it this way. Like think of a narcissist like coming up to you and the image being for the moment a vending machine. The narcissist keeps coming up to you and pressing buttons, and each time he presses a button, he gets something different. He gets a new thing, a new reaction, a new response. Well, if you keep doing that and you keep enabling that, then the narcissist will keep coming back over and over and over again, triggering you, pressing all your buttons to get something different each time. So, biggest thing is when you're co-parenting, set up parenting agreements, set up communication agreements, and when they try to break those, copy paste, send the same info back and forth. Okay. I copy paste. Awesome. I've experienced his verbal abuse and manipulation, but I've never seen him like that with the children. Now he's moved to another country. The children do not want to talk to him. A lot of times, the verbal abuse with you will only eventually get to the children, especially when they're young. A lot of times, you want to verbally abuse them. You already have them like under the control. Okay. He's trying to say the court order is wrong. Awesome. Yeah. Copy paste that. Oh, yeah. You said you copy paste that. Perfect. That's really cool. My kid's dad intentionally alienates my kids from me, yet he never spends quality time with them, just takes them out for Disneyland, that stuff. Yeah, a lot of times they will try to do that to try to make it look different, make it look different. Like, that's where a lot of times they'll take your kids and put them out in all society of like, "Oh, like, I wanna look this way. I'm a great dad, so I'm gonna take pictures, post them, then I'm gonna drop them off at my parents, and then I'm gonna go do what I want." Like, that kind of a thing, okay? There's several vending machines to choose from. Yeah, a lot of times they do. What do you think about 1960s is all through history, narcissism known as Jezebel spirits. I don't really agree with that statement. I don't believe narcissists are Jezebel spirits. Do you think narcissism was genetic or acquired? I think it's a product of people's upbringing and how they actually process shame and guilt. Triangulating my two children for 21 years. Yeah, a lot of times they will. They'll pit you against the kids and vice versa. Okay. Husband left me for someone February 1st. He hasn't offered a single penny in support. Unfortunately, a lot of times you'll see that. If you don't get child support from a narcissist right off the bat, you're probably never going to. Then your next best is take them to court, divorce, ignore mediation. Mediation is a waste of time if you're with a narcissist. Go straight to court, get it filed there, so hopefully they can pull it or they can garnish it off of his check, different things like that. But just know the possibility is very, very low. Okay, very, very low of a narcissist actually paying child support. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. I've seen them like quit their job, get fired, and be like, "See, I don't have any money, can't pay anything." Like they'll do a lot of different things, especially when they're in the vindictive mindset. Alex uses our son as a trophy and actually Disney dad with him, but then doesn't support whatsoever. Yeah, 100%. How do you deal with parenting when you're still living together? The hard part with that is like if the other person is not respecting your boundaries, there's not really a good functional way. You can start gray rocking, but sometimes that'll make them rage out even more. So you have to be really, really careful about that. Okay. Anyways, thank you all so much. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, like or follow. If you guys don't know anything about the 7 day challenge, it's in the bio. 7 days for $7 to help you understand narcissistic abuse, what it looks like. It gives you an insight in how we teach, how I work with people. I don't really work with people one on one, like extensively, unless they're in our Fiverr community. That's a huge part that people are growing and thriving moving forward. Anyways, enough of that. I got to jump. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll catch you guys next time.